welcome to another video. Today I'll be continuing the Top Elements series. For this one, it'll be featuring Mako, Florida's only B&M hypercoaster at SeaWorld Orlando. It seems like most American coaster enthusiasts consider this the best or one of the best B&M hypers out there, unless you hate on all of them like Millennium Force Man, but some elements are better than others. Mako has 12 major elements on it, and today I'll be counting down all of them in my personal opinion. Number 12 is the Hammerhead Turn. Most B&M hypers out there have a Hammerhead Turn. It really doesn't thrill me at all, it's just there. Some are better than others, but this just is really there to turn you into the other direction. There's not much that needs to be said, it's the least amusing part of the ride. Number 11 is the finale turns. This is by far the most graceful section of the ride. You'll just be gliding over the pathway. I like doing this because you can look to see what the wait time is, and it's really good for photos and videos off-ride. The element itself is poorly paced, but it's not supposed to be crazy. It does exactly what it's supposed to. Number 10 is that turn to the right before the finale. It is technically part of the finale, but you get a little pull on it, so it's not as graceful as the rest. This is really only on the left side towards the back that you'll get this. It's not anything too crazy, it's just a little touch. These bottom few elements aren't anything really great, they're just there, so we're moving on. Number 9 is the drop off the mid-course brake run. This is only solid towards the back. It's not anything fantastic, but it's the reason I'm not all against MCBRs. If they didn't actually use any brakes, that would be a win-win. I'm sure this element would be even better, but it's still fine. And it's a nice photo op if you decide to bring your phones into the queue. I wouldn't do that unless I had zipper pockets, but yeah, this element is fine. Number 8 is the final hill. On the Friday I went, this wasn't really hitting. It was, again, just there to be there. But on Monday, I felt some pretty good butterflies on it. It doesn't have any airtime, but you know I love the feeling of butterflies. And this was one of the best moments for it when I went back that Monday. I'm glad I went back because this element definitely redeemed itself. Number 7 is the hill turn to the right. This is the hill where you get a really good hand chopper. The airtime on it is weak floater, but that support effect on it is really cool, especially if you're sitting on the right side of the train. You feel like you just want to give Mako some support. Shout out Raga. Number 6 is the pop into the mid-course brake run. This hit on some rides more than others. Most of the time though, I got thrown into the restraint. It felt like Goliath's final airtime hills. It was ejector. It's just a mini pop into the mid-course, which is why it isn't higher, but it's a very underrated, fun moment on the ride. These pops can be very good. Number 5 is the trimmed airtime hill. It hit way harder than I thought it would, the trim, probably harder than any other B&M trim I felt, but that doesn't stop this from having great floater airtime in the back row. The front row doesn't get slowed down that much, so even though it's slowing the back row, the back needs to keep up with the front, so it'll get pulled over after being slowed down. It's actually a better hill than you'd expect for it being trimmed. I do wish it wasn't there, but can't do anything about it, so it's just a solid hill. Number 4 is the first turn. Going into this ride, I did not expect this to be high up on this list at all. I thought it would be a regular turn, like a hammerhead. I did hear from a couple people that it felt almost inverting, which I didn't really feel. It felt like a steep turn, but not inverting. The best part about this turn, though, is the pullout. It's a very tall pullout, and this is the element for me that I noticed the water the most. You could really appreciate the setting on this, and the airtime was way better than you'd expect from this element. I'm glad I enjoyed this. Number 3 is the speed hill. Mako Speed Hill is my favorite B&M speed hill of all time. It beats Orion's, destroys Leviathans, and destroys Cannimoniums. This was some solid ejector airtime, and if you push up on the restraint, that's an awesome sensation, especially when you close your eyes. I love closing my eyes on this thing. because it leads you into the unexpected MCBR. It's a really cool sequence, and it's a rare moment on the ride that you can feel its speed. Number 2 is the first drop. I did have this at number 1, and then I really considered the other element. This drop doesn't have any insane airtime, but it has solid airtime, and the butterflies you get are pretty good. If you get room on this ride, it could send you flying, and I love that the camera is at the bottom. It's a great spot for it, especially at night. You can see the cars in front of you as you're dropping, and the water scenery helps it as well. Even with short trains, the ride manages to have a great drop with its 70-degree angle, 200-foot drop that I'm impressed is the same height as the ride height. This drop isn't world class, but it's really good and better than Glurgh, so that's good. Number 1 is the 5-second hill. I ultimately put this at the number 1 spot because you just haul over this element. You get pulled so hard, and if you push up on your restraint, you will absolutely get ejected. It's technically flow ejector, but the airtime is so good that doesn't even matter. This element isn't as good as the Camelbacks and Diamondback, but it's one of the B&M's best elements I've experienced. It's a great moment. I expected this to be the best, and it came out the best for sure. The floater might not be as good as Diamondbacks, but it's a good best element of the ride. So that'll do it for today's video. Let me know what elements you like and don't like as much on Mako. Feel free to share the video, that would be greatly appreciated. Any suggestions, then let me know down below. Thanks for watching. Please share the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later.